In the wide stretch of wilderness, far away from cities and roads, there lived a countless number of animals. Strong ones, gentle ones, fast ones, slow ones, and others who lived hidden in the corners of the forest. They shared the same sun, breathed the same wind, and slept under the same moon. But although they lived together, each one carried its own unspoken thoughts, fears, and hopes. And among these quiet thoughts was a question that none of them fully understood. Do animals pray too? And if they do, who listens? Deep in the forest lived a young deer named Lena. She was thoughtful and sensitive. Lena observed the world with more attention than most animals her age. Whenever something troubled her heart, she did not speak it aloud. She would simply look up at the sky, breathe slowly, and let her feelings drift upward as if the sky could read her thoughts. She never called it praying, but that was exactly what she was doing, sending her fears and hopes to something she could not see. Lena often wondered if she was the only animal who did this. She did not know whether the other creatures felt the same longing inside their hearts, until one morning she discovered something that would change her forever. As Lena walked through the forest searching for food, she heard a faint sound from the ground. It was a small blue bird lying with one wing bent awkwardly. The bird trembled from pain and fear. In a weak voice, hardly more than a breath, the bird whispered that it had asked the sky for help during the night after it fell from a stormy branch. It did not know if anyone heard its prayer, but it hoped so. Lena felt a warm pull inside her chest. Without thinking twice, she stayed by the bird's side. She offered comfort, warmth, and protection. And as she watched over it, she realized that the bird's prayer was answered through her. This moment stirred something in Lena. Maybe animals did pray. Maybe their thoughts, their fears, their quiet questions floated upward to something higher. And maybe, just maybe, the answers came in ways they never expected. As days passed, Lena became more observant. She began to notice that even the strongest creatures prayed, not with words, but with the feelings hidden deep inside them. She saw a great lion sitting motionless near the tall grass. His eyes were closed, his breathing steady, and his head lowered. It was unusual because lions were known for strength, pride, and power. Yet in that moment, she realized he was not thinking about hunting or ruling. He was praying in silence, praying for courage, for wisdom, and for peace within his heart. He was asking for strength not to harm unnecessarily, and for guidance in leading his pride with fairness. This understanding grew wider within Lena. She realized that the trees themselves seemed to pray. When the wind blew through their leaves, the soft rustling sounded like whispers directed to the heavens. The river prayed too. The sound of its flowing water was like a humble request for permission to continue its path. Even the mountains prayed, standing tall, still, and patient, as if honoring something far greater than themselves. All of nature seemed to pray, and yet no one ever said to whom. Then came the day that tested everyone's belief. It started with a strange stillness in the air. The forest animals sensed danger before it arrived. The wind grew sharp. The sky darkened. The birds flew low. The insects fell silent. And then a violent storm struck the forest with all its force. Lightning tore across the sky. Thunder pounded the ground like falling mountains. Trees bent in fear. The animals scattered, searching for safety. Lena ran as fast as she could, her heart beating like a drum in her chest. The storm was stronger than anything she had ever known. The animals trembled in fear, and in that hour of darkness, every creature prayed. not with words, but with their desperate hearts. They prayed for safety, for survival, for morning to come quickly. The storm raged for long hours. Winds tore branches from trees. Rivers overflowed. Small burrows flooded. Nests were destroyed. No animal felt entirely safe. But as their fears reached upward, something in the sky shifted. The thunder softened. The lightning drifted away. The clouds slowly parted, and after a long, terrifying night, calmness returned. When the sun rose, the forest was quiet, but wounded. Trees had fallen, branches were scattered everywhere. Many animals were frightened. Some were injured, others were trapped under broken limbs. The storm was gone, but its damage remained. That morning, something unexpected happened. Humans entered the forest, not with fire or weapons, but with gentle steps and careful hands. They looked around at the destruction and immediately started helping. They lifted fallen branches off trapped rabbits. They rescued baby birds stranded far from their nests. They offered food and clean water. They guided injured animals to a safe clearing. They worked without fear, without hesitation, moved by a compassion they could not explain. They believed they simply felt called to help, but the animals understood the deeper truth. This was the answer to their prayers. God had touched the hearts of humans, sending them at the exact moment they were needed. Lena watched from a distance as one human picked up the little blue bird she had helped. The human gently wrapped the bird and carried it safely toward a place where it could heal. It was then that Lena realized how beautiful the world really was. Answers did not always arrive as miracles. Sometimes they arrived through the kindness of another living being, animal or human. The forest slowly healed in the days ahead. The animals regained their strength, the river cleared, the trees stood tall again, and Lena now understood something she had been searching for all her life. Animals do pray. They pray in silence. They pray with their instincts. They pray when they are afraid. They pray when they are grateful. They pray through the way they live, breathe, and hope. And who do they pray to? Their prayers rise to the same one who listens to the hearts of humans, the same Creator who shaped every leaf, every star, every breath of wind. The same one who cares equally for the lion and the lamb, the strong and the weak, the loud and the silent. The forest understood this, even if no one ever said it out loud. In the stillness of nature, every creature communicates with God, not through words, but through the language of the soul. The blue bird prayed for help. The lion prayed for strength. The trees prayed for life. The river prayed for freedom. And Lena prayed for understanding. All their prayers rose to the same place. All were heard, and all were answered in the right time, in the right way, through the right hands. The forest, once wounded, now glowed with renewed peace, and Lena carried her newfound wisdom with calmness and confidence. She no longer wondered if animals prayed. She knew they did, and she no longer questioned who listened. She knew the answer. With every sunrise, with every gentle breeze, with every heartbeat, she understood that prayer is not just spoken, it is felt. And every creature, no matter how big or small, carries a voice that reaches heaven. Moral lesson: every living being has a heart that speaks, even when no words are used. Animals pray through their instincts, their hopes and their fears, and God listens to them just as He listens to humans. Help and mercy can come from unexpected places, often through the kindness placed in someone's heart. All prayers, silent or spoken, rise to the same Creator who cares for every life He has made.
Thank you for watching Generational Animation, where every story carries a lesson and every voice echoes through time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, because the next tale might just change how you see the world of animals. See you in our next story.